Flickers in the Dark, Episode 38, The Lighthouse Keeper's Illusion.
The first time I stepped foot in Gull's Point Lighthouse, I felt a rush of exhilaration. There's something undeniably romantic about lighthouses, the guardians of the sea, a beacon of hope amidst nature's fury. I had long dreamt of this post, and finally, the isolation of a lighthouse keeper was mine to savor. The lighthouse stood tall and imposing on a craggy cliff, its spiral staircase a dizzying ascent to the top. On clear nights, the light could be seen miles away, guiding ships safely around the treacherous rocks below. For the first week, things were peaceful. My routine was simple: maintain the light, keep a log of passing ships, and enjoy the solitude. But then, the strange occurrences began. It started with the dreams. Every night, just as I'd drift into sleep, I'd feel a pressure on my chest, pinning me to the bed. My eyes would flutter open, and I'd find myself unable to move, my gaze fixated on the corner of the room where the shadows seemed to converge and form a tall, menacing figure. This specter would approach slowly, its presence oppressive, its intentions unclear. Just as it reached my bedside, I'd jolt awake, drenched in sweat. Over time, the line between sleep and wakefulness blurred. I'd be cataloguing ships by day, and out of the corner of my eye, I'd catch the specter lurking, watching. It became a constant companion, always at the edge of my perception. One fateful evening, as I was tending to the lighthouse's flame, the specter appeared beside me. This time, not at the corner of my vision but right before me, almost tangible. It pointed towards the sea, and I, under some inexplicable trance, followed its gaze. Below, amidst raging waves, I saw a ship approaching the treacherous rocks. But something was amiss. The ship was eerily familiar. It was the Maiden's Voyage, a ship that had sunk near the lighthouse over a century ago, taking with it hundreds of souls. With a chilling realization, I remembered the tales locals whispered of the lighthouse's cursed past. The first keeper had reportedly witnessed the sinking of the Maiden's Voyage, but had been paralyzed, unable to sound the warning in time. Overwhelmed by guilt, he was said to have been visited by the spirits of the drowned, driving him to madness. The specter's grip on me tightened, and images flashed before my eyes. Distraught faces of those aboard the ship, the first keeper's growing despair, and then, the specter itself, not as an entity of darkness but as a young sailor, eyes filled with accusation. I was jolted back to reality by the deafening sound of crashing waves. The phantom ship had vanished, replaced by a very real vessel heading straight for the rocks. The light of the lighthouse had gone out. Panic surged through me. Racing down the spiral stairs, I grabbed the manual foghorn and sounded the alarm. The ship adjusted its course just in time, narrowly avoiding disaster. Exhausted and shaken, I climbed back up and reignited the lighthouse's flame. As the room bathed in its warm glow, I felt a hand on my shoulder. I turned to find the young sailor, the specter, looking at me, not with accusation but gratitude.
I was unable to save my shipmates, he whispered, his voice carrying the weight of centuries. But through you, their spirits have found some semblance of peace.
As dawn broke, the specter faded away, leaving me with the lighthouse, its light now shining brighter than ever.